What's up, guys? RidzyK here, bringing you another team. This team is not so great, I'm gonna be honest. This video is gonna be pretty much a showcase of what can happen when you don't have good team building, when you pick a team that you like, but doesn't necessarily put work in the current meta. Which is this team. I didn't have a Galarian Stunfisk built yet, I just built one after I did all these sets, finally. So I'm going to replace that normal Stunfisk with the Galarian one and edit the team a little bit and do another video maybe tomorrow. But yeah, so let's get into the battles here. First up, we have Altaria versus Stunfisk. This is theoretically a good matchup for Stunfisk, but as we'll see, this Altaria actually ends up taking it. So I go for the quick discharge. I did get that last bubble there, so this damage is max. We're building up as much as we can for the discharge. I don't shield, thinking it's a Sky Attack. He goes for Moonblast, and Moonblast chunks. I think actually 2 Sky Attacks would do better, and it's around the same energy, but you know, he went for what he went for. I go for discharge again, because I'm obviously not going to mud bomb a flying type. I believe these are actually neutral, and he gives up a shield here. That was really nice. So he Dragon Breath down. I'm bringing Frosslass. Frosslass is really glassy, so I didn't want to just take this to the dome. So I block it. I've got a full HP Frosslass, and I just farm all the way down. I have a ton of energy for what comes in next. It ends up being a Ferrothorn. This was kind of weird because Ferrothorn just straight up hard loses to Frosslass. Even with Mirror Shot, even with the debuff, which we'll see he does get the debuff, Frosslass still takes this. Bullet Seed doesn't do much damage, and Mirror Shot's a very weak move, so even glassy Frosslass can take this no problem. And then I opt for the quick Avalanche instead of saving energy. And it takes out the Ferrothorn, and I go straight into Machamp, or at least I tried to, but the game lagged there. He has a Vigoroth. I have a shield up, and he's got no shield, so that's an instant top left for him. And then we have Stunfisk into Abomasnow. That's one of the worst matchups you could ever ask for. So I switch into Frosslass. He switches into Marowak. This is pretty bad. Marowak is Marowak just dominates this matchup. I have 2 shields. I could shield here, but I was expecting a bait because everybody baits online. I did get a shield though. I got a shield because I expected him to think I would bait because everybody baits on GBL, but he actually shielded. So I bring in Stunfisk after Frosslass goes down. I go for the Mud Bomb. Does a ton of damage, but it's not enough to farm him down before he gets another move. So I go for Mud Bomb again, hoping for either second shield or switch advantage. I get switch advantage. Bring in my Machamp, and he has an Azu, so I top left. Next up, we have Vigoroth into Stunfisk. This matchup's okay. Obviously, my backline is better for this, but I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna opt to go for just a bunch of Mud Bombs. I went for Mud Bomb because it's a little more energy efficient than Discharge. Discharge costs a little bit more than Mud Bomb. So he goes for the Bulldoze here. I knew this was a Bulldoze, but Bulldoze is a really bad move. It's very weak, and it's not coming off a stab Pokemon, so I'm not too... or Pokemon that gets stabbed from it, so I'm not too worried. He goes for a Body Slam here to stop me from getting a Mud Bomb. I shield to go for the Mud Bomb. He can either shield as well and get Switch, which honestly he probably should have done, but he just lets it go and gives up Switch. And he brings in a Jirachi. This is really difficult. Jirachi just demolishes this team, especially when it's up a shield. My Machamp doesn't want to take confusions from this thing, and my poor Frosslass goes down to 1 Doom Desire. So now that I don't have a shield, I go for the Avalanche, hoping he shields. He didn't shield. I switch into Machamp trying to catch a move. Did not go too well. He brings in this this little Sableye here, the shiny boy, and I think this was an XL Sableye, so it's gonna take these moves really, really well. It lets out a foul play, and he has 2 shields here, so he's sitting real nice and pretty. He can just shield this no problem. He doesn't even. He lets it go, switches out to Jirachi with 2 shields and a Doom Desire loaded, and that's that one. Stunfisk into Trevenant, another really bad matchup. I go straight for Frosslass thinking Powder Snow could outdamage, but actually Shadow Claw hurts. I go for the Avalanche, he shields. He's building up a lot of energy, so I knew this was a double Seed Bomb, so I opted to go for the double shield. Definitely not the play. I mean, nothing I have beats Trevenant, so it's really difficult to say what I should or shouldn't have done at that point. He brings in Galarian Stunfisk. My next two Pokemon have a really good matchup into this thing, so I'm really not worried about what it wants to do. I go double Avalanche. I was hoping to get a shield. I do get his last shield there. He gets a Rock Slide. And then I'm free to bring in whatever I want. I bring in Machamp, because I wanted to build up some energy before the Trevenant comes out again, but Stunfisk actually gets an Earthquake again. I knew he would, but I was hoping it either wouldn't KO or I could KO right before he sends it out. He brings out a Deoxys. At this point, it's pretty much already game. Deoxys can just Psycho Boost me, and I believe he builds up 2 Psycho Boosts, uses 1, and swaps out, which is a really good play. He doesn't have to worry about the attack debuff at all doing that, and honestly, Stunfisk does not threaten Deoxys in the slightest. So he goes for the 1 Psycho Boost, and then he switches back into the Trevenant, which is gonna build up a Seed Bomb. It could actually KO me with Shadow Claws, I think, before I even build up another Mud Bomb, but he's not even gonna risk it. He's just gonna go straight for the Seed Bomb, and that's that game too. Stunfisk into Drapion. This is a really good matchup. He does have the Aqua Tail though. Most people don't run that. They run Crunch, Sludge Bomb. I knew this was Aqua Tail, but I didn't shield anyway, just to see what the damage was going to be. So I go for Mud Bomb, and he obviously shields. Everyone shields their Shadow Pokemon. He has another Aqua Tail. I shield 1. I figured I could stay ahead of him here because I had 1 shield and ahead of him. So I go for the Mud Bomb, and he doesn't shield it, and he's not in farm down range, so either I give up Switch, and that's gonna hurt, or I give up shield, and that's gonna hurt. He brings in a Victory Bell. Look at this Razor Leaf damage. This is absolutely ridiculous. Victory Bell should not be doing this kind of Razor Leaf damage to a Frosslass. But Shadow Victory Bell, very fun and cool. Very balanced, just press on your screen and win. Look at 1 Razor Leaf did such a chunk to Machamp. And then in comes Golbat. I figure if I don't shield a Poison Fang, I'm going to just go down to fast moves, so I shield it, go for the Rock Slide. I'm hoping this will take out the Golbat. It is a Shadow, and it does go down, and then I can counter down the Drapion. That last win was very lucky. That team was a pretty big threat to me. So yeah, I just wanted to showcase what happens when team building goes wrong. I hope you guys enjoy this, even though it was just a whole bunch of L's for me. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.